Hi everyone, welcome to G Auntie's Kitchen. I've got here Nigerian meat pie, beef pie, right from the delicious filling to the crust. Please continue watching how I made this pie, and I'll see you in a bit. I will start with making the fillings. I've got the carrots, onions. I'm going to also use pepper just to add some spice and heat to it. You can add the pepper according to what you want and then your heat tolerance. I've also got the green pepper and the green onions, and of course the garlic. So I'm going to cut, chop and mince. So this is all done. I've added about a tablespoon of tomato paste to it, mince the garlic, cut the pepper and everything. The onions chopped and the tough part of the green ones chopped as well. The ingredients I'm going to use are the beef stock or chicken stock, the meat, it's about half a kilo, which is mince, and flour, and I've got the vegetable oil and the spices, which I'm going to list as I go on. I'm going to combine the spices in this bowl: thyme, curry, white pepper, black pepper, a bit too much, ginger powder, a bit of cinnamon, garlic powder, just a bit since I've used the fresh ones. I've got a pan on the stove which is already hot. I'm going to add vegetable oil to it and then let it get hot. Hot, add the onion, the sliced onion, diced onions. Almost immediately, I'm going to add the minced garlic. Stir everything together. Then, time to add the chopped pepper, that is the scotch bonnet, and the chili pepper. I'm going to add it at this stage. Next, I'm going to add the tomato paste. The tomato paste adds flavor and at the same time it adds color to it. Do that and I'll keep on stirring until everything has mixed together. After some minutes, when it's not too dry, I'm going to add the carrots to it. The carrots is not chopped so tiny, just the right size. And I'm saving the greens, that's the green pepper and the green onion, for last. That's when I have done everything. So I'm going to keep stirring and fry for a hot minute or so. At this stage, when it has been frying for some minutes, I'm going to add the minced beef to it. Just fry everything, give it a good stir and sort of brown it on both sides. Later, it has changed color a bit. I'm going to add flour to it. This is about 3 tablespoons. I'm going to combine it thoroughly. I'm going to add the spices to it. The spices I mixed earlier on. Mix everything and let it get into the mix. Look at what we've got here. Everything is becoming brown and dry, but not cooked. Just look at it. So I do not want to burn it. At this stage, I'm going to add the meat stock. Could be beef, could be chicken stock. Add it to it to cook it. And then if you do not have beef stock or meat stock, use water and add seasoning cubes to it. Just add more seasoning cubes to the water. So I'm going to allow this to cook, but I think I'm going to add a little bit more of water since I'm out of beef stock. Just add more water to it and then let it cook. While it cooks, I can't kill myself. I got here fruit tea. Check out the video. While this cooks, I'm going to put a lid on it and allow it to cook. Several minutes later, I'll add salt to it, just a little bit, because the meat stock already has salt. And finally, what I'm going to add is the green pepper and the green onion. I'll turn off the heat. I'm going to give it a very good stir. I'm going to take this away from the hot stove so it cools faster. While the filling cools down, I'm going to make the pie dough. I've got flour in a bowl. It has been sifted. I didn't show it when I was sieving it. To this sifted flour, I'm going to add salt. The flour and salt, I'm going to add the margarine to it by bits, and the margarine or butter should be at room temperature. It shouldn't be hot. If possible, just put it in the fridge for a little while. I'm going to rub in the margarine. Lift it high for a little while, and then it's well combined. I'm going to make a well in the center. To make a good pie dough, you need very cold water. See the ice? Put it back. To the well, I'm going to add the water, very cold water to it, and then mix it all up. Going to knead for a few times. If the surface is sticky, add a little flour, and then when I'm through with it, I'm going to put it in the fridge. Beat this egg, one egg, and to it I am going to add 2 to 3 teaspoons of powdered milk. Mix it together. This is to brush the pastry. I've lined the baking tray with paper, and I've got the egg and milk ready, and then the filling, it has cooled down. Ended up putting this in the freezer, and I'm going to knead till it's free of cracks, just a few strokes. This pie dough is 3 cups flour, and I'll put another recipe that I use 2 cups of flour. For this pie dough, which I used 3 cups of flour, I'm going to cut it into 6 pieces, and the one with the 2 dough I cut into 4 pieces. Have a very good crust. I'm going to work with 2 at a time and put the rest in the fridge. Rolling each piece into a circular shape. I'm going to use a pastry mold, so I'll roll it thinly so it fits it perfectly. If you do not have a pastry mold, use a small kitchen bowl. So it is fitted inside, and I'm going to put in the fillings by spoonfuls to the center. I'm going to brush the edges with the egg and milk mixture to seal it together. Trim off the edges and then I'll open it up, and this is what we've got. But because I want a traditional shape one where you use the fork to put the edges together, so I'll do that. Poke in the middle to let out steam. Before I put in the oven, I'm going to brush the top with the egg and the milk mixture. For some of the pies, I decided to go with the edges of the mold just to create a variety. Another thing which I did differently was to brush with the egg and milk when it was halfway done. Earlier on, I brushed before I put it in the oven. So it's back in the oven and I'll allow it to bake. It is done. Thank you so much for watching.